It all started on an ordinary morning. I walked into the kitchen, still half asleep, when I noticed something unusual. My cat, Mr. Whiskers, wasn't curled up on the sofa like he usually was. No, he was sitting at the table wearing a tiny tie with a stack of books in front of him. Not just any books, law books. I couldn't believe my eyes. Before I could even speak, he slammed his paw on the table with a loud thump. Then came the meow. Not an ordinary meow, but a commanding one. Firm, deliberate, almost like an opening statement. And in that moment I understood. Mr. Whiskers wasn't just hungry, he was demanding justice. My cat was declaring himself a lawyer. Later that day, I thought I'd left the weirdness behind. But when I reached my office, there he was, Mr. Whiskers, briefcase in paw, confidently striding in. My colleagues froze in disbelief as he leapt onto the desk, adjusted his tie, and gave a sharp, calculating stare. Somehow, my cat had followed me to work, and now he was taking over. The real chaos began at the client meeting. While everyone discussed the case, Mr. Whiskers jumped onto the conference table, knocking over pens and papers. He strutted across the files, stopping right on top of a guilty plea. His green eyes narrowed as if daring anyone to challenge him. In that moment, the entire room fell silent. The cat had taken control. Then came the argument. With his tail flicking like a whip, Mr. Whiskers stood tall, one paw raised as if making a point. He meowed with conviction, sharp, deliberate, impossible to ignore. To everyone's amazement, his strange speech actually sounded like a defense argument. The room was captivated. Somehow, it felt convincing. When the trial day arrived, I had no choice but to bring him along. As the judge entered, Mr. Whiskers trotted forward confidently. He pawed at the evidence files, and then looked straight into the judge's eyes with a seriousness that silenced the courtroom. The audience burst into laughter, but the judge leaned back, amused, and allowed him to continue. A cat was actually presenting in court. Hours passed, and against every law of logic, the case shifted in our favor. The jury clapped, the judge nodded, and then, unbelievably, declared the verdict. My client had won. And the reason? Mr. Whiskers. My cat had officially outshined me in the courtroom. By the end of the week, the law firm couldn't ignore him. They did the only thing they could, give him a title. His new position? Senior partnership advisor. From then on, he sat in board meetings, chin lifted high, as if he'd been born for this role. With a title came a salary, but Mr. Whiskers didn't want money. Instead, he demanded something else, 10 cans of tuna delivered to my desk every Friday. And without hesitation, the firm agreed. It was the strangest payroll system ever seen. And so, the legend began. The tale of a feline lawyer who clawed his way into the courtroom and left everyone speechless. Even now, whenever I see him lounging in the office chair, I smile. Because how many people can say their cat became a lawyer and actually won?